Hello, this is Bright Spark, and welcome to part 13 of Rift of Shadows. We're back to the regular story now, so let's get right into it. Many moons have passed. The 4 clans in the forest have been moderately peaceful, except for that whole Shadow Clan incident. Twigbranch recalled what she'd heard from Needletail at one of their meetings at the Moon Pool. Tigerheart had left to find his mate, who had gone out of ThunderClan, which was the same clan Twigbranch was staying in with Alderheart. There had been, let's just say, problems with not only Rowan Star's leadership, leading to the clan splitting briefly, with Cats talking about how some sort of civil war in Shadow Clan. But Rowan Star also was very sick, and as soon as he died, chaos broke out. Some cats thinking they should wait for Tigerheart, others wanting a new cat to be leader. Some even suggested that they join another clan. But then Tigerheart returned with the help of a cat named Spiresight, who then also joined, also as a medicine cat. There had been numerous signs that he was meant to lead, so he became Tigerstar and brought his mate and kits into the clan. Twigbranch never really cared about the gossip, but she did like knowing what Needletail was up to, and lately things were pretty bad for her. She kept facing prejudice for her views and talked about leaving her clan constantly, but Twigbranch kind of wanted her to leave, and she wondered why she hadn't yet. Maybe she'd stay with her and Alderheart. Once she suggested it to him while helping him in the medicine den, and he somehow turned an even brighter shade of ginger. Twigbranch dropped suggesting she stay with ThunderClan after that. But as for Twigbranch, she'd been doing well. She never thought about her life before ThunderClan. It was too hard. It made her too sad. But sometimes she stayed up in her nest thinking about her regrets, about her sister, about her friends. She didn't even know if her sister or Earth were even still alive. But she distracted herself with duties. Sparkpelt and Ivypool had both been her mentor, and Sparkpelt was actually Alderheart's sister. Alderheart had gotten his medicine cat name once he returned to the clan with Twigbranch, and he'd been doing well as a medicine cat. Twigbranch was made a warrior a few moons ago, and she was still doing really well, especially with her skills in fighting. But that's when the dream started. She'd stopped having nightmares when she joined ThunderClan, but lately they were getting more and more intense. Visions of a giant crack growing and spreading through the sky until it cracked and rained down. Visions of fire and smoke, of her sister burning in the flames. But one night she heard whispers this time. Embrace the journey with the fish. Look for a bond of kin. Only then you can clear the sky. She woke up shuddering. Regretting her decision, she told Alderheart. He mentioned he received a prophecy sort of similar to the one she mentioned, and told her to look out. But something was tugging at the back of her mind. Pebbleshine had always told her that she'd wanted to restore SkyClan. Was that what this was all about? But she never told Alderheart or even Needletail anything further from when they found her. They didn't know about Violet, or the fire, or even the sisters. Certainly not about SkyClan. She didn't want them to either. She'd stopped dreaming of nightmares again and went on with her life. But she remembered the prophecy. What fish was she supposed to embrace? And the mention of kin made her fur stick on end. One day while thinking about this alone, in a nice place looking out on the border to ThunderClan, she felt like she was being watched. She turned around looking at the trees. She saw a faint shadow of a cat in a tree, his tail lashing. About to call for help, he pounced on her and pinned her to the ground. Ah, what in StarClan? She began to yell until the cat let her go. She got to her feet, claws out, and ready to fight. This Tom was familiar, though. Twigbranch couldn't exactly put a paw on it. The Tom smiled and bounced around her. I knew it was you! I finally found you! I'm so excited to see you again! She looked at the brown and ginger patched Tom once more. Finkit? She finally remembered. He laughed. You do remember, he said enthusiastically. Except I'm Finleap now. Father said I deserved a warrior name. Why are you here? Twigbranch then realized. What was he doing? She saw Finley's attitude drop a bit. We're in trouble. Echosong told us to get you. She's dead now, but my family, they're safe. Oh, StarClan, I have so much to tell you. Twigbranch still wasn't easy. She hadn't seen this cat in ages, but deep down, she still trusted him. She eventually got him to slow down and explain everything. Finleap and his family had been wandering, searching for remnants of SkyClan, and then they came across a group known as the Brothers, who were eager to help them. They joined together and had grown, managing to find SkyClan cats as well as some loners hurt by the kin's cruel reign on that part of the forest. Things had been good, but they recently suffered a big blow, being chased out of their old camp. Echo Song, the former medicine cat who was slain by a mysterious cat who struck so fast you could only see a blur, apparently had told Finleap to look for Twig. He went on and on about this one cat who had been terrorizing SkyClan and the brothers, but they kept outmaneuvering them, and they had been doing well for the most part. That's when Finleap took a deep breath and said, "Will you help us?" Twigbranch didn't want to ignore him, and she also knew this is what Pebbleshine would have wanted. She also was beginning to form together the prophecy in her mind. This was the fish, being Finleap. She was supposed to embrace. But going back, leaving Alderheart and Needletail, she needed to think. She needed to bring him back to camp. She'd be in trouble for sure, but all in all, it would be worth it. She brought him back to ThunderClan, and with his help, explained the problem to the Medicine Cats and Bramblestar. Bramblestar seemed weirdly okay with it, and Alderheart would always support Twigbranch. Jayfeather didn't really care, and Leafpool agreed that this is what Twigbranch would have to do. Preparing for their journey of her life, she then left with her old friend. They'd restore SkyClan. Alright, that's it for today. Comment below if you want to guess the show, and comment also what you think will happen next. Bye!